Okay, I will be going over your evaluation for your blow dry and your hot tools. We will start with the hand washing procedure. I will wash my hands with warm running water for 20 to 30 seconds, getting all the areas as designated in the hand washing evaluation. Towel dry and discard of the disposable towel. Then set up my tools. I've set up my tools in a clean, disinfected area that I have pre-disinfected. These are my supplies. I have my styling agents here. I have some styling and finishing products, as well as clips, my brushes for blow drying, a large tooth comb for detangling, my hot iron, and my blow dryer, as well as hand sanitizer and barbicide if needed. We will move on to the client consultation. When your guest comes in, you want to greet them, assess the client's current style, and then assess the client's needs. So my guest here, she's natural and her hair is in its natural curly state, but she wants it pressed out, obviously. For this, her hair is very dense. She has a lot of it, but it's extremely porous. So with that, when I use products, I don't want to use anything too heavy that would weigh her hair down, but at the same time have enough moisture in it that it's going to condition it and keep it from looking too dry. Then I'm going to move on to the shampoo and conditioning application. To shampoo her, I draped her with a towel and a shampoo cape, placed her carefully into the shampoo bowl, used the desired shampoo. For this particular technique that we're going to do today, I used a gentle cleansing clarifying shampoo with a light conditioner. So we will test the temperature of the water on our hands and make sure that it's not too hot. Check with the guest and make sure it's at a comfortable temperature. Wet the hair thoroughly. Apply the shampoo. Begin to massage from the front of the hair throughout to the ends, doing different massage manipulations until the entire hair is shampooed. And you can repeat if necessary. And then you will rinse and repeat the same technique with the conditioner, applying from the roots to the ends, trying to avoid the scalp with the conditioner. For the blow dry section, if after your shampoo, if your towel is wet, you want to replace it with a clean dry towel. I have a Wubby in here, which is like a large paper towel. A clean dry towel, and then dispose of the other one. With a wide tooth comb, I'm going to go through and detangle her hair. When detangling, I'm going to work from the ends to her scalp. My client is very tender-headed, so I have to be very gentle with going through this hair, being careful not to rip and pull on the hair as I'm detangling it. Turned her to the back so y'all can't see any faces that she makes while I'm doing this, because I'm usually not this gentle. If you let her tell it. Okay. As my primer product, I'm going to use a humidity proof base coat. I'm going to spray that into my hands and massage it in rather than spraying it directly on the hair, just because her hair is very porous and I don't want the product to build up in just one spot. Okay. I'm going to, I put my hair into 4 sections. I've previously dried this section just for time. But within my sections, I'm going to do smaller subsections. I'm going to make sure my subsections aren't any larger than the tool that I'm going to be using. You have the option of several different brushes. I have my paddle brush here as well as my Denman brush. I'm going to go through and do my initial drying with my Denman brush just because I feel like it has more strength for detangling as I go and I can get more tension. And then I'm going to go back and smooth with my paddle brush. So again, with going through with the dryer, you're going to work from the ends. You're going to blow dry from scalp to ends. You want to have your bristles facing down as well as your heat facing down so that you're not burning your guest. Because of the porosity of her hair, you can tell her hair has already begun to dry. So as I go through, I'm going to put my brush in her hair with my bristles facing down, following that with my dryer as I go through the strands of her hair, making sure that my heat is away from the scalp so I'm not burning my guest and that I'm not weakening the bristles of my brush. And I'm going to use smaller subsections that are no larger than the size of the tool that I'm working with. See, I'm not rushing, I'm working very slowly going through it. completed that section. So I'm going to go back with a little bit of oil. I'm using grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is a nice light natural oil. It's the same consistency of the natural sebum our body produces, so the hair can easily absorb it. It'll give it moisture and shine without weighing it down. Making sure I'm getting the ends of her hair very well. Then I'm just going to go back through with my paddle brush. Get it a little smoother. Okay, so I've gone through and dried each section. Now I'm just going to go through with this one section and show you how to go through with your round brush. You want to put the heat up against the brush and the hair, so that the heat from the dryer can heat the plate of the brush. You can see that. Using medium tension. This hair is already dry, so we're not going to get a full curl, but once you have it curled, go through, you want to go through then and push your cool shot button. And what that cool shot button will do after you heat it up the hair and the brush, it'll go through and cool the hair and the brush, causing your form to curl and hold. Like I said, the hair is already dry, so we're not going to see that happening. But I just wanted to demonstrate the technique. Okay. So now I'm going to create my sections for my hot tool. The hot tool, I'm going to use the flat iron to style. Again, you want to make, I have 4 sections, and within my section, I'm going to create smaller subsections. I don't want my subsections to be any larger than the size of the tool that I'm working with. I'm going to make my sections even smaller just because I want a really, really smooth end result. You want to be sure when working with your tool that you have a nice grip so that you don't drop the tool. You do not want to touch the heated areas, the plates. Make sure you're keeping your hands away from that portion of the tool. Okay. I'm going to go in with my tool and follow with my comb. If I were using a curling iron, I'd want to make sure that my comb stays at the scalp, protecting the client's scalp from the heat. With the flat iron, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time near the scalp to not burn the client. My comb in to make sure that hair stays inside of the plate. Break these sections up into smaller sections. Do you mind if I curl your hair? Okay. So I'm going to go through too, because we got her hair pretty smooth in the blow dry. So I'm going to curl as I flat iron. This is a Duval flat iron. My niece is a fashionista, and she tests out different styling tools and does reviews on them. So we're doubling this video up as a review, as my demonstration, as well as her review for the flat iron. And so far, I'm impressed. I wasn't gonna use it, y'all. I wasn't gonna use it. Making sure my subsections are no wider than 3 inches. So if you get to a portion where it's too wide, you want to break that section in half. And that's for control, as well as just making sure you get an even end result. You don't want the hair falling out of. We're just using a regular kitchen stool, but if we were in the salon and I was blessed to have a styling chair at home, I would definitely want to adjust my chair to make sure I'm working at a level that's ergonomically correct. I haven't put any other products in her hair right now, besides the thermal protection and the grapeseed oil. She's letting me curl her hair because I want it to. That way, if she feels like an old woman afterwards, it won't last too long. But if it were an event and she wanted it to last through the night, I would spray it with a light spritz, let it dry, and then go through and curl. You want to put enough tension on the flat iron to be sure that you get it nice and smooth, but not too much tension that the hair would get caught in the tool and tear off or damage it. Okay, we completed the first side using the flat iron. So now we're going to go over your safety techniques for using the curling iron. And using your curling iron, and you want to make sure that your section is no larger than the size of the tool that you're using. So you want to go in with medium tension. Once you get halfway down the strand of the hair, you want to begin to curl. And then when holding that curl, place the comb between the iron and the client's scalp to protect it, and then release. I'm going to turn this up a little hotter. Okay, I have another subsection. Place my tool in there. Run through once to smooth. Do the second time. Come down halfway through the hair strand and begin to rotate the iron. So I come to the ends of the hair and then curl it to the scalp, putting the comb between the hot tool and the scalp to protect the client's head. Release the curl and allow the curl to cool. You can just hold it in place and allow it to cool, or you can place a clip in there and let the curl cool. Allowing the curl to cool will give it a stronger hold. One time through to smooth it. Come through the second time, halfway through the hair shaft. Wrap the hair around the iron. Curl until you reach the ends. Curl all the way to the scalp. Place the comb between the iron and the scalp to protect the scalp. You want to be sure that you're using your heat-safe comb so that it doesn't burn or melt while doing that service. Your sections start to get a little bit wide. You can split those subsections into smaller subsections. Probably in the way. One time is smooth. Go back through the center. Wrap the hair around, rotate the iron while holding the tips of the hair until you get all of the hair in the iron. Curl to the scalp, place this comb in the scalp, in the hair between the scalp and the iron.